Okay, sorry about that. Okay, sorry everybody. Electricity wins over cell phone. So give everybody a second here. All right, so some of the other things I like to do with the wand, if we can get away with it, and probably not. Maybe I'll move this a little farther back. Let's see here. Okay. Trying this again. Yes. What I am known for is MistressXmas. I got the name because I use Christmas ornaments in my electrical play, and they can be extremely fun. Let's see here. So I'm going to show you. A little bit. So if I put that on somebody's body and do what I'm doing, this is pretty intense. It's apparently very intense for my phone as well. Here, I gotta stop this for a second so I can get my scope back so I can read comments. So where's the wand? Where's the wand? The wand is just sitting here on the kitchen table with the electrode plugged in, and it is placed here on the table. This is the lightning hands adapter. Normally this would just be plugged into me, but for the sake of showing the best possible circumstances, because you know with the lighting it's a little bit more difficult. One of the other things I like to use is a knife. When I do this, this becomes an electric knife, and it can be, whoa, there it goes again, extremely painful, or depending on how it's used, it can be really nice. But this is why I got the name MistressXmas. And another example, which this is probably going to all blow up in my face, but one thing I do use as well is I have made like a tinsel flogger, which is really fun to do this across somebody's body when it's electrified. This is really good fun. It can be really painful. This can be extremely painful, but once again, you can control the intensity of this. So it's just it can be like way less than a static shock that you would get from a carpet, and more of a tingling sensation. So that's one of my toys, and I've done like every possible Christmas ornament you can think of for electrical play, and this is how, once, like I said before, is how I got my name. I mean, I was doing this, and then the other doms in the room are going, oh my God, she's bringing out every Christmas ornament in the world. So they started calling me MistressXmas. Here's one of the more fun effects. Is using the icicles from the Christmas ornaments are quite good for lighting things up. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's all lit up. And I usually will lay a huge pile of this on my sub staffs or all the way up and down their bodies. And it's sort of beautiful and intense. So I thought this would give you a sort of like a nest of electricity. Oh, there goes my phone again. I think you get the idea. So there we have it. This is why I use a violet wand, is because it is really safe, even though it looks amazing and stunning. And it can be anything from literally just a very mild vibration, as though I was holding a vibrator against you, or it can feel like the most god-awful pain in the world if I was to take, for example, this knife and either just use the edge or the point, or in this case, branding. It's just, it can be extremely painful. And I use some other things, like this is a Wartenberg wheel. This is a multiples. I think there's 6 wheels on here, and this makes like for a very knife kind of sensation. And this is the more simple single version. But these are great fun even without electricity. So, and pretty much anything electrical you can, or anything that is metallic that conducts electricity can be used. I mean, anything from metallic pipe cleaners to spoons, knives, forks, cheese graters, pretty much any damn thing you can think of. So it's great fun. And I highly recommend it if you can afford to pay for one of these things, that you buy one. It really, I mean, other than the fact that it does destroy anything electrical that it gets near, such as phones and pacemakers and insulin pumps, for the average individual, it is actually probably the safest of all the toys to play with. So there we go. I think we're done. Do you guys have any questions before I move on and summarize what we're talking about here? Fun if you want to die. Well, that is true, but that is only if you do have these problems. So, and I apologize for the wand destroying my phone a handful of times here, but it went a little bit better than the last one, which sort of completely freaked my phone out. How did I learn about this? Well, 25, 6, 7 years ago, one of the DOMs that was my mentor had one, and I got to play with it a little bit and feel it and try it, and it was just so amazingly wonderful. I immediately went out and bought one. And then shortly thereafter decided that the kit prices back then were, you would pay at least $350 for the basic kit, which would just be like 4 of the electrodes in the unit, and maybe with the lightning hands adapter. So you would pay $375, $400. It depends on where you bought it, of course. I've seen them all the way up to $500 for a kit. And so a friend of mine and me decided that we would just open a business and start selling these to the BDSM community, which we did for a number of years, and we pretty much sold them at our cost. So I believe we were selling them for just about $300. So $275 for a few friends. And so it's a great toy. What is it? It is a violet wand. It is a great toy for electrical play. We just got here. Well, you're going to have to go back and watch the replay. This will be on Periscope for 24 hours, or you can always go and look at This one and the prior electrical play demo I did are both on catch.me. In fact, all my videos are on catch.me/MistressXmas. So pretty much I'm just wrapping up at this point, answering questions. So the basic recap is we have a TENS units, which I really don't play with while I'm like burning up hot from all the electricity. It does have that effect. It does worm you because you are passing current over your body, over your skin. At least it's not going through. So, let's see here. Can I melt nipples? Yes, you can melt nipples, and it's really good at that. You can brand if you'd like, or you can make it absolutely the most fun and wonderful sensation anybody's ever experienced. So, wrapping up, we're talking TENS units I don't like because TENS units do pass current through the body. I worked in the medical electronics field in ultrasound, designing ultrasound machines for about 5 years or so in 2 different companies, and I can tell you that current will not flow through your body in a straight line as you anticipate. You may put 2 electrodes 2 inches apart, and it can travel up to a foot or more around to finally reach that other electrode or pad that you have connected a couple inches away. So, you know, when I learned that, when I went into the medical electronics field, I just completely freaked and decided that this was not the kind of toy that I wanted to play with. And while they are safe and everybody does use them and they are cheap and they're fun, you really do need to be careful. Don't ever use them anywhere above the neck. Never use them on the spine. And I'm sure that there are other places that you shouldn't use them as well. So you have to be really careful. Let's see, the next thing was the bug zapper. We know the bug zapper is fun. It's great for spankings, but do not hold it on the skin. It will burn, and it can be quite painful. But it's good for a quick pop. So it's fun. It's high voltage, low frequency. These are usually around 20,000 volts. They're not much. It's enough to kill a bug. And is it harmful to use the wand on someone else's balls? I've done that before. Not a problem. You can use it pretty much anywhere, and including internally. You can, and people have used this electrode up the butt, so you can do this. In fact, it's part of the original Violet Wand manual from the 1900s. When they first came out with these things. That was obviously a quack device. They recommended you do all sorts of stupid things with it. You can, and people today still do stick them up their butt. I don't do that. I just wouldn't put glass up anybody's butt that could break. So if it was solid glass, then that might be a different thing. So okay, so the next thing is the stun gun, which I demonstrated earlier on myself a couple of times. For those that missed that, I suppose I could do it again just for fun. And just so that you can see, it does actually work. If you're going to use these on a person, be really careful. These will kill people and have killed at least 3,000 people and put many thousands of people in the hospital. So this one here is a medium in voltage. It's only 250,000 volts. A lot of the smaller ones, they're like, I don't know, 100,000. They go up to about 500,000, which I do have one of those and I use as well. You need to only use these on your butt, maybe your thighs. These will cause muscle contractions. These will put people down and put people in the hospital. So please don't use this ever, unless you're crazy like me. And then be really careful, okay? So, and then of course the last thing is the wand, which I just finished with. So I think everybody knows that this is my favorite toy. It's certainly the safest unless you have brainwave issues or you are have a pacemaker or an insulin pump or any kind of electrical implant of any kind, then you have to be really careful. I mean, you have to be really careful with it when people just walk up and they have their cell phone in their pocket. As you've seen throughout this this demo, my phone has freaked out on me at least a half a dozen times so far today. So you just have to be careful with anything like cell phones. So most people don't have insulin pumps, most people don't have pacemakers, but if you're going to use this toy, you have to ask every individual before you go up and zap them. You cannot make the assumption, because once again, all electrical toys are dangerous. Do not try this at home. Adults only, please. Okay, so are there any last questions before I cut this off? And I'm sorry that this got broken into 2 parts. I wish I could join it back together, but I don't know how. Let's see here. Okay, guys, talk. It's your turn. How do you use this? Let's see here. I can't read it. I gotta get it closer. Say something. Speak. Woof. You answered everything. Please unblock. Did I block her? Oh no. Oh no. Well, my phone blocked her accidentally. I did not mean to block her. I am a certified freak. So the needle play demo that was supposed to happen here didn't happen because my friend has hurt himself. He has hurt his knee, and hopefully he will be back and up and alive and moving within a week or so, and then we should be able to go ahead and do the needle play demo. And I will repeat the fire play demo here at some point in time, and then we will do other things as well. I'd like to do a session with bullwhips because bullwhips are fun, and I do make my own as well. So anyways, I think that's about it. He hurt himself. Now he's actually really fine. He hurt his knee. So, and you can of course catch all of my videos on catch.me/MistressXmas. And I thank everybody for coming. I love all the hearts, and thank you for bringing your followers. And if you want to see more, you should make sure you're following me if you haven't already. And what else is there? Oh, I could plug a few things. If you're looking for toys, I highly recommend frugaldom.com, FRUGALDOMME.com. Domina owns in the business, and she's also manufacturing her own floggers and many of the toys that they sell on their site. It's a wonderful place to go. And the other place is Leather Etc., and they are online. I've talked to them a bit, and they said they were going to set up a discount code for me here. So I am just waiting for them to come back and tell me what that will be and when it will be effective, and then you guys will all be able to get a discount there. I'm going to try to do the same thing with Domina. I'm sure that she won't mind, and we'll do something to that effect as well. So hopefully here in the future, I'm going to try to get you guys some discounts because, you know, discounts are good. All right. Well, thank you again for coming, and I'm going to say goodbye. One last chance to ask a question. Nope. All right. Bye-bye.